Hello, it's been a while. We are back to English session for today. So usually we'll have one English session in a month for 𝘄𝗶𝗹𝗹, right? So yeah, let me introduce myself. My name is Aaron, and right next to me is my bro Adrian. And today I think we're gonna to discuss a topic which we get a hits in Chinese session, and I think that it actually quite useful for every team leaders or leader or people, or probably you are just a rand who aiming to be a leader in coming next few months or next year, right? So I think that, in real estate industry, it's very common that people saying that, oh, I'm a rent, I'm a leader, I lead a team. I wanted to lead a team for 100 people, 500 people, or probably like even 10 people. So what is it there to be a leader, and what is actually the quality in it? So today, let's discuss about this topic. Yeah, Adrian, do you want to introduce yourself?
All right. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So welcome back to our social show English version. We do this once a month, right? Hopefully, it can bring some value to our English follower as well. And today, the reason we picked this topic is because we realize that leadership has become one of a very important topic nowadays. Because when we talk about property agents, sales, a lot of people always want to move up and try to they want to take up new challenges. But more often than not, right? This process is actually not a natural process. Many people think that, you are a top performer, you can do such a good sales, you definitely can become a good leader one. But is it though? Right? These are two entirely very different skills. People who are individual contributor versus people who are manager, a leader, are totally different kind of people, right? So that's why we want to like bring up this topic and discuss with all of you, like how today, like how do you become the leader that you wish you have? Okay, so if you know that anyone in your circle who is interested in becoming a leader, or they have like problem or any question regarding leadership, tag them and share this video to them, and get them to join our session today, right? And by the way, for our English session, we have a special gift for everyone. Yay!
Wow.
Yeah. So anyone here wants any gift? If one gift, right? Comment gift in the comment section. Comment gift in the comment section. Right. It's actually a new ebook that we have recently launched. Okay. In fact, today is the first day we launch it. It's in English. Right. Remember the last time we had an English version on one of our social show? Okay. We made a summary out of it. Right. So if you want that gift, so what you need to do is very, very simple. Ask us question. How? Comment SSS. Okay, in the comment section, comment SSS, and then you get a form, you get a link. Go to that website, fill out your information, ask us 3 questions you have regarding leadership, regarding sales, regarding marketing, regarding property, anything at all. We will answer your question. Okay, just ask us this, and then we will send you that ebook. All right. So, Aaron, you wanna, what do you think about the topic today?
Okay, to me, I think being a leader, right, is about like it's not by a lot of people say, hey, am I qualified to be a leader or not? Like you can be qualified to be a leader probably by giving a sales figure, or being certain years in the industry, and you have an experience, and probably a lot of people will use that as a judgment that, okay, as long as you achieve this, you are the leader. Okay, so in actual fact, to me, right, be a leader, right, it's actually by decide, you choose to be it. Okay, example, maybe I don't have that, like, let's say 15 million, 10 million, or 20 million. I don't have that figure yet. So naturally, if you think that you are a leader, the first person that you need to lead is actually yourself. You are your first follower. Okay, I don't know how many of you agree with me with this, because like a lot of people say, hey, I want to be a leader, but you are not good in leading yourself. Eventually, your team will be almost as similar as how you lead yourself, because you can give a command, but your follower, in this example, is you, that you are not following the command. Probably this command is good to listen, but it's not really, it's not realistic. Okay, it's something that, okay, sounds good, the plan is to be good, but yeah, just nobody taking action in it. So you must be your first follower, as if you've gone through the process while you are actually hitting the target, right? So don't be the leader by the day that the company say, come, let's have a meeting. Okay, today onwards, we'll be giving you a leader title. Congratulations, let's celebrate. Then the next moment is like, okay, then what's next, right? So the leadership is actually born in you, or you decide it the moment you want to be a leader through yourself, and that's where you will taking this journey ongoing, and you will see from a different perspective. Okay, let's discuss about today's topic. Like first thing that I think as every leader should do, that this question you should always ask yourself too. Like we came to this industry as a real estate agent or as a real estate negotiator. Most often, we set our goal, okay, in the first month of the year, like usually January, right? We say, okay, I want to achieve this in the end of this year, we put a list down and very motivated. And then you have full of belief, full of confidence that you can achieve it, right? But do you ask yourself, what is your expectation, okay, in this year, that how you see yourself in this career, all right? And what is the expectation? What is the thing that you're expecting to achieve? Even though you have the goal, but come to real estate, what are the things that you expect to achieve? Secondly, with all this expectation, with all the goal that you have set, right? What is the commitment that you need to give in, okay, in order to achieve those goals? Because most often we set the goal, very happy, very motivated, but we forget also to ask ourselves, what are the things that I need to change in order for me to achieve that goal? Okay, yeah, you see, it's two entirely different things. I can set any goal as I want. I can say, oh, I want 500,000, like saving in my bank account. I want to change my car. I want to bring, like some people will say, brings parents to holidays. And some will say, I want to bring my family to a very good holiday. You write everything that very inspiring, very motivated. Now, the second question is, what are the things that you have to see yourself, that have a changes, that what could you be doing differently from last year in order for you to achieve whatever they have set? And that is the interesting part, because it's easy to set a goal, but it's never easy to change yourself in order to achieve that goal. Okay, if you can write it down and you committed to it, the keyword says committed. Let's say, okay, I committed that every week I want to have at least 5 appointments. That's a commitment. So you will know it's not about 100 number they'll call. It's not about 200 number they'll call. It's about 5 appointments. You can call 10 numbers and you hit 5 appointments, and then you hit your goal. Okay, and if you want to call more, you decide to call more, by all means you can go. But let's say you call 100 numbers and you don't get any appointment. And they say, okay, today I call 100 numbers already. This week I call 100 numbers already. So I'm not going to call any numbers. I want to rest a while. So you're not hitting your goal. So, we can easily set a goal. We can have an expectation. But what is a commitment towards your expectation? Same, if this thing, I blow up a bit, it will be you yourself as a leader and your team leader, okay? You yourself as a leader and your negotiator, that you are, the members that you are actually, is under your care, under your charge, right? So do you ask them, what is their expectation in this team, in your team? Let them speak it up. Okay, what is your expectation by joining this team or by joining this career? How you see yourself in 1 year time. Let them say, because it's important for you as a leader to know, okay? And then it's also the same thing that you can ask them, okay, by this thing, I know already, I aware, I noted. So can you also speak up? What is your commitment towards this goal? Then they will say, okay, I think I can commit at least three days. I can work full day, at least 2 days, I will work half day, and the other half day I will go to survey around a different project. At least I have a market knowledge and all these things. So, well, good. Okay, at least you know the commitment is there. So you can also speak your commitment to them. You also can speak your expectation to them. You say, okay, this is my only expectation. No matter what you want to do, every week try to secure 5 appointments. Okay? Communicate, done. Secondly, and in order to do that, my commitment to you is minimum every week, I will choose a day, at least 2 hours, to give you guys a training, either by skill set or either by market knowledge or either by project. So you see, they have both of you. It's actually 2 ways that you have the expectation and commitment from both ways. The team will work in the same direction. Or else say, I already told you 5 appointment . And then how come you didn't do? And then that people will say, you only want us to make 5 appointments. You never train us. You never teach us. Right, Adrian? So it's like how in this team, how to work with harmony, because both leader and the people doesn't came in the same directions. All right. So that's first thing, expectation and commitment. Right. Second, Adrian, probably you can speak something on, I think it's something that you are good at. It's like lead by example. I know you love this topic.
Yes. Yeah, but adding to the point earlier, right? I think
Yeah.
commitment and expectation is very important. Most people don't understand this part because they always they communicate from one way
Yeah.
direction, meaning they always want their team member as a leader, right? They want their team member to achieve certain target, but maybe the target is not what they want. You know, that is not something that they expected to have. Then you will be like that's why a lot of leader always complain this. Like whenever I tell my team member to do this, do that, like take action, right, to build brand and whatever, but they won't move. Why? The reason is because today you are not helping them to achieve what they want. You are helping them to achieve what you want. No wonder they won't move. Right. So setting the right expectation by actually communicating with your team member upfront and then get their commitment for the action that they're gonna take is really, really important. Okay. And earlier on, I think Aaron mentioned one thing. Today, in some companies, some structure is that when you achieve certain kind of sales target, sales volume, then you automatically become a leader kind of thing. Right. Now,
Yeah.
this is actually I think that system actually has good and bad lah. Good thing is you are kind of being promoted to a leader. You are put in that position, then you lead lo. You start learning how to lead lo. But how many of you guys think that like does the leadership comes first or the title comes first? Which one? Actually, this is important. A lot of people always think that title must come first. I'm not a leader today. Why should I act like a leader? Now, if you think like that, right, you'll never become a real good leader because what you are acting on is because that there's a title, then only you act on it. But here's the thing: when you really want to become a leader, you always have to think that you always have to become the person that provides all the leadership, even though you don't have the title. Even way before you become a leader, you must already practice the leadership way. By what? By communicating with people and setting the right expectation and commitment. And next thing to do is actually lead by example. A lot of my team member right now, although they haven't have the title leader, no, they don't have it yet, but they are working their way to become a leader. And by working their way to become a leader, right, most of the time they have to lead by example. What do I mean by that? Yeah. Right now, it has been almost 2 months, guys. 3 months, sorry, 3 months already since MCO started. Nearly 3 months already.
1st of June.
We always encourage people to like do live video lah, do Zoom appointment to close case lah. Right? This is what leader should do. Right? This is what all the agents should do. So leader think, okay, we should do it. Then you go tell your team member do, but nobody move. Why? Because today a lot of time they people don't believe what they hear. They believe what they see. So you gotta show them example of people actually closing case over Zoom. Now, when I say this, right, Adrian lead by example, but today I myself, like you got close case, man, Adrian? You got close case over Zoom, man? What do you mean by lead by example? Now, when I say that lead by example, it doesn't mean that necessarily you have to do everything by yourself. Here's the thing, here's the thing between Superman and also Avenger. Superman does everything by himself. No helper, no nothing. Avengers team, right? There's a leader, obviously. Captain America is one of the best leader. But does he know everything? No, he's not the best. He's not the most strongest Avenger. But what he knows is he knows how to leverage other people's strength. So as a leader, you need to learn to lead by example. Not because you yourself have to be capable of everything, but you need to learn how to show the example, the right example to the team so that they know that, oh, okay, closing over Zoom is possible. Calling customer during this pandemic period to make Zoom appointment is possible. So this is what I mean by lead by example, right? Show them something that they can look upon to so that they know this is actually something that they can achieve even during this period. So that's my thought.
Yep. I think it's very important to lead by example, but not necessarily you are the one that do it. Because like I'm a believer of like you can't handle everything, okay? But you need to be resourcefulness in order to find the resources for your team and let your team to see the direction and inspired by the action so that they can find their own way. Because like in this leadership, right, in current market, right, you can't see it exactly 100% copy and like you expect everything to be same because market change. Whatever thing that you may doing last year and you achieve successful result, it maybe seems to be not relevant for this year anymore. So I think eventually as a leader, it's not about like you doing the experience first, okay? Maybe some yes, but not entirely. And then after that, oh, okay, I found my way. And then this is the right way. But probably by the time you found a way and you think it's the right way, half of your team member is like not active already, like inactive already. So we need to be very resourcefulness in order to know where to get all these resources and put it into the right place so that our team member can learn from it, like being, like inspired or motivated to do something else. And probably within our own team, we found a new way, okay, in achieving something. And that is like a new way in new year, so that this is staying relevant. All right. So the next keywords that we are going to introduce is actually create a system. Okay, do you know that like in a team, right, system is very, very important. But more so, a lot of people like didn't really notice example right now. Okay, unlike before, because it's pandemic, like no one wanted, no one expected it, and it happened, right? So you see, that's where the importance of the system is actually, do you still continue doing recruit or not? But let's say you have been culture or nurture the way of like, okay, this is how I lead my team. I need to be in the showroom to brief my team member. And then after that, we have to be in the meeting room to discuss how to sell this project. And then after that, you think that, hey, right now it's pandemic. We can't do all these things. So like, I don't know how to do, and let's just rest. So by setting out the system, okay, like you guys, you actually like, okay, a lot of people are saying that, hey, my leaders is actually busy, okay, but it's okay. It's okay because leader busy is normal, right? But it's okay because I get to learn what I need to learn, okay? And then I get to learn, even though right now, during the pandemic, we no need to go showroom, we can also learn from the system. Okay, so why this is so important that many team doesn't really see from how they make up the system and can be duplicated. Because today you may see that, okay, my team member may have like 5 to 10 people. And these 5 to 10 people is very easy. I organize a makan, okay, all these 5 to 10 people coming over. After makan, after the dinner, we go back to office, have a meeting, and then I can train everything. Okay, let's go back. But that's not the case for now today. You can't do that anymore. So how you can create a system that you don't need to like, oh, come, let's makan, gather, and then we don't have a meeting. No, we can leverage on technology, create all the system that your training program, okay, not only training program, like any single small or big kind of training or project briefing, okay, or step by step of how to do a sales, or step by step how to close a deal during pandemic, during this so-called like lockdown, is everything can be uploaded and people can view many times within a day. As long as they want to learn it, they can replay. As long as they want to learn it, they can replay. As long as they forget it, they know where to find it. Okay, then your team can be duplicated. That's where it's ready for expansion. If everything that you do is rely on your personal time, okay, today I'm free. Come, let's everyone gather together. I do a meeting for you all. I do a training for all of you. But just because I'm not free, even though 10 days already, then sorry lah, no need meeting lah, because I'm very busy ma. So how does this team member will feel that actually you care to them? They feel that you are care to your own personal sales more than you are care to us. So system is there that as a leader, you need to keep on like piling up, the training program within the system itself. Okay, and then for each and every single new member that join in, what are the right system for them to go through in order to prepare them to kickstart their career. Okay, once after the kickstart their career, they also need to understand which project they need to learn and how they're going to learn it. Is it everything by you, or you actually created a system? So I always use an example that I really like. Like let's say we think about it. Let's say today you go to a kampong and then you are driving a car. And suddenly, right in front of you, there's no route at all. There's it's just a no route. Okay, and then you just have to go through the mud, okay, or probably the stone, like that's not a proper route. So today you can go this way, you can go that way, you can go this way, because just like you're driving in the padang like that, there's no proper way, right? So as a leader, we need to build that route. It could be a highway, it could be a 3-lane, 4-lane highway. So once you build it, you tell people this is the direction, this is the way. And then what happened next is the car flowing in. So the car means your recruiter. So your recruiter came in, they see that the highway is here, they just follow the way, they will reach the destination. Or else, you know how like last time the kampong work, right? Like you don't have a proper road, you just reach a place and then you just drive wherever you want. Like there is no signboard, nothing. So today you may find a way to go to that place. But tomorrow you have to rethink, how which way I turn already? I forget. Right? And then maybe I turn here. And then I turn, how come I cannot reach? Because there's no proper system to guide through. So system is very important. If today you decided to be a leader, so what is in your team? What is the system within your team to guide people, to nurture people? And most importantly, these people need to know what is the system, that how the system can help them. Or else, like I say, everything is actually two-way. Expectation and commitment is two-way. Okay, they can have their expectation, they can have a commitment. You also need to have expectation to them and also the commitment to them. So once this both way being communicated, all right, then they know where to find the resources. All right, so that's point number 3, and I hope it's actually helped you. And yeah, Aaron, you may go into the point number 4, and I think you like it a lot. Servant leader.
Yes. So creating a system, right? This is something that a lot of leaders, right? I wouldn't say refuse to do. It's just they are not aware of doing it. A lot of people they always like to solve things, right? Immediate. Creating a system is not immediate one. It takes time for you to build. For example, like right now, all the training video that you right now, okay, I think it's easier lah. Over Zoom, you can just click a record button, then you have that video already, ma. But think about it back then, before the pandemic period, right? Aaron have to get someone to film every single meeting in order to upload it to our training portal, the system that we create, right? A lot of people don't think that is important, but today, looking back, right, it's actually a very huge achievement because all our team member it's like a knowledge bank, you know. All the team member who just newly joined, they can watch every training they wanted to watch just by logging into the system. So this is something that I think is very brilliant, right? Where a lot of leaders fail to see the power of this, right? Another thing is this: if as a leader, right, how many of you guys want to become less busy in the future? If you do, comment 5 if you want to be less busy, right? Nobody wants to become busier, right? We always want to think of a way that can make our job easier, and then our time will have more time for our family, for everything else, or start something new, right? Instead of using our time to just doing all the tedious work. Example, briefing the same project over and over and over again to different team members. Why not make it a system? Just record the video so everyone who comes in can actually watch it, right? So this is another thing. Think about that. Today the title is Be the Leader You Wish You Had. Don't you wish that you had something for you when you first joined like this? If you do, why not become the leader for your future agent so that they can enjoy the leadership, the kind of service that you provide to them, right? And which leads to the next part, servant leader, right? There's 2 types of leader. One is called thought leader. The other one is servant leader. Thought leader is what? Thought leader means today is like, I am the kind of person, right? I know everything. Okay, so today I will give you instruction. I will tell you what to do. You just follow me and you go do it, right? Servant leader is different. Servant leader is more like the first point, where today instead of you one-way communication, keep giving instruction, right? You always thought about today, how can I serve my agent better? Let me use the word serve. Here's the part where most people get wrong. As a leader, today, your team member are your customer. It's no longer the property buyer out there. The customer changed. This is why a lot of top performers had a hard time becoming a leader, because they still think that their customer are the people who buy property. No. Today, when you are becoming a leader, your customer change. You have to think of a way. Everything you do in your power is to help your agent to actually get more sales. Because today, you make your agent happy, your agent will make the customer happy. And the customer will make your business happy. That's actually a cycle. How many of you actually heard about this before? Right? If you heard about this, we comment 6, right? I think it's very
Aaron, it's very interesting. Yeah. I hear once, like I just stumbled upon a YouTube channel, and they actually interviewed towards a CEO. He said that, like a lot of CEOs saying that, we care for our customer. I mean, it's like very common line, right? Like CEOs say, and then that guy was saying that, hey, you care about your customer, but how often are you talking to your customer? And then it's just like, okay. So you don't actually care for the customer. You care for the people who care for the people, who take care of the customer, and that is what important.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. That's actually very important. So remember what I said just now, your customer change and you gotta treat your customer good, ma. Just like how last time when you were a top performer, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure some of you guys listening right now, you were once a top performer, right? How did you treat your customer? You definitely was a very good customer service person, or else you won't become a top performer. But when you become a leader, today your priorities should shift, right? If you still prioritize the property buyer, you'll become a point where it comes to conflict. Should you focus on that buyer or your agent? Should you go close that sales or let your agent go close that sales and let them go? Which I think this is a lot of point. Just a few days ago we talked about positioning, right? It really comes back to your positioning. How do you position yourself as a leader? Okay, so servant leader. And another thing is this: a lot of people always think that when I'm a leader and we have my team member should serve me. No, it's the other way around. It's the other way around. Today, when you are a leader, you have team member. It's your job to serve them. It's your job to help them grow in their career. So when they grow, you grow. This is actually how the system is supposed to work. Or else, today, if a lot of people have a perception which is, yeah, why I can't want to become a leader? Huh? Oh yeah, for overriding, no? So I get more commission, no? Yeah, when they do sales, I get commission, ma? Right? Now, if you come to become a leader for this, you're gonna have a really hard time. Because everything you do is for the money. When you do everything for the money, right? You will always ask yourself this question: when I help my agent, is it profitable or not? If it is not profitable, I won't do it. If you always prioritize that, right, you'll realize one thing: today you're not treating your customer good enough, your agent good enough, right? But today, if you change the whole conversation, which is as a servant leader, my job is to listen to what my customer, my agent wants and need, and to give them the best service I can to help them grow. In that case, you will be rewarded with the overriding. I think that is a very important mindset to have, to speak as a servant leader, right, Aaron?
Yeah, because I think that eventually, like how you see yourself as a leader and how you see yourself being a follower of your own way is how your team member will see it exactly the same way. Because a lot of people will say that, hey, you know what? I give a lot of instruction for my team member, but none of them are actually following. And sometimes you have to ask yourself that if you are giving the same instruction, will you be followed the same way or not? Like it's always easy to give the instructions, but it's not easy to serve. So if let's say your team member feel that, you know, my leader is so supportive that whenever any problem we bring it back to discuss with my leader, my leader always spare a time to listen and to contribute idea, to give idea to solve a problem, he feel that he's actually backed up by a strong leader, by a good leader. And when he's out there to serve a customer, he know that he will give 100% to it because he's happy. He is like, he's in love with the work, right? He's in love with what you're doing because he feels supported. And I think that is a feeling that we need to create for our team member. That leads to our last point, that I think being a team leader is also important to think of how to create an environment for this team. Because eventually, environment, the culture is something that for you to cultivate. You need to cultivate it. You need to foresee it. Like just now we talk about be a servant leader, right? There's one thing that is actually also related. It's like if you are a leader that always react, chances are they will see a lot of 𝘄𝗶𝗹𝗹 incidents within your team because you are always there to react. Oh, right now pandemic, okay, lockdown, let's react. What are the things that we can do? Oh, okay, we can do training this. And then like what about like new challenge came in? And then you react to every single challenge. But why not? You think about it. What are the things that you can anticipate? What are the things that you do? You know that you benefit this thing for long term, not just like one day, okay? Because we can react to any situation, any challenges that we don't foresee it. But in the same time, we also need to spare some time to learn how to anticipate for challenges that we foresee will come in. All right. So one way that I always ask myself as a leader, like, okay, if this thing that I've been doing this way, and what about my team member grow to 100 people and grow to 500 people? Can I do the same way or not? Let's say I always spend one-to-one time with every single member. I mean, when I have 10 members, it's easy for me to do so because I call member number 1, member number 2. Maybe one day I serve 2. So 5 days I call him already. And that is very simple. I listen to every single problem and then we solve. And just within a week, I got in my job. That's all for my this week work. But what about your team member grow, become 100, 500? And imagine you have to call one by one. Okay, and that is a 500 team member. You need at least 250 days in order to complete your 500. So the next time your team member meet you is 250 days later, and that's provided you're not recruiting any new team. All right, so you see, it's impossible. But you see, all the big corporations, let's say Apple, like you name it, like Alibaba, they have like thousands of employees. Do you think the CEO meet one by one? I don't think so. So what make it relevant is actually you have to create the environment. That this environment, it become a culture, it form up a culture that it actually encourage a growth mindset. Because if let's say you think that, one-on-one is good because we can solve all the problem, like on the spot. I talk to them, I spend like 2 hours with them, like we chit-chat, we understand each other. But sorry to say that, this model doesn't afford your team to grow big. And this model, you can do so because if let's say your team, you're forcing it to be this size, all right? But once your team grow big, you need an environment that this environment will automatically cultivate a culture that the culture will actually grow your people. Okay? And this environment, you have to decide what are the environment that you want. Okay? You want to instill a fear environment, or you want to instill a growth mindset, kind of growth culture? It's really up to you. If you want to instill a fear environment, all right, I will put in a lot of penalties, a lot of fine, a lot of fear. Like, okay, how come you didn't come to work at 8 a.m.? If tomorrow I don't see each of you open up your webcam at Zoom at 8 a.m. in the morning, okay, I will fine each of you 200 ringgit. I mean, this is an environment, this is a culture that you can set by all means set because it's your team, right? But do you think your people enjoying it? Or secondly, we encourage a lot of training. We encourage a lot of knowledge sharing. We encourage a lot of like new finding, like innovation. Like, hey, there's this new thing. Probably you guys never heard before. Is this platform called ABC? Hey, what is that? Let's explore. Okay, like previously, probably like a lot of people are saying that TikTok, and some will say that, hey, TikTok for kids one like for 15 years old, like 13 years old, my niece is actually playing it. They dancing there every day. You want all of us go dancing? I don't know. But why not? Let's see. Probably what you see is dancing. What you may not see is there is a group of people who are doing a lot of knowledge sharing, and they get a big fans inside this TikTok. So let's see what we can do in this. And then a lot of people are saying that, hey, not only new platform, I start to see this market is forming out. Like a lot of people start to serve, let's say Airbnb. Okay, a lot of people start to serve Airbnb market. Can we also explore? Or as a leader, also say, useless one lah. That one cannot do one. Why? Because maybe you don't understand. So these are all the small little things that you have to always remind yourself as a leader. You are being the strongest impact to the culture, and your culture will bring the strongest impact to all the team members, to all the team leader that your future will be groom them, and this thing will carry on forever and forever. And definitely, none of us like to be in a culture of fear, but we love to be in a culture of like growth culture, promote innovative idea. I have an idea, I dare to speak up because I know somebody will be there to listen to it, and probably they will give a lot of contribute to this idea, or probably they give a constructive, like feedback to this idea. I think this is what we need to cultivate. So by then, you need to decide to grow your team. Your team member, once they join you, congratulations. Your culture make them happily work, make them happily grow without pushing much efforts. This team member is growing day by day without him knowing. But one day, he feel that he's very productive. He loves to work in this culture. What they do? He bring in more friends. And there you go. Your team is growing. And I think this is what we need the most. It's like building a environment, building a culture that we want that this culture will forever continue like a legacy. Right, Aaron, how do you see this?
I agree on the point where you want to create environment, because today you as a leader, you can't be the person that deal with everyone all the time. You gotta create environment so that the team member will help each other. See, a lot of people always wonder one thing, like why my team, right? Me and my team are always willing to share. That's because we are in the environment of sharing. A lot of people always ask me this question, Adrian, why are you doing live video? Like, you are giving out knowledge for free, then you're not getting anything, and don't you afraid that people are gonna, like, become better than you? I always respond in this way. Today, I want to create a culture of sharing. I strongly believe that when I give something out, somebody will give me something back in the future. I don't know what it is, right? I always believe in karma. So when you have this kind of culture, think about how your team would grow. Everybody won't have the mindset of, oh, this is my secret weapon, I don't want to share with you.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Today, they think that, okay, I have something that I can help the team member. They are willing to share because I am creating that culture. Aaron is creating that culture. So recently, one of my team members just told me this, like, he actually is very grateful that he's in this environment because he himself is doing good in my team. And then he's willing to share his idea, his strategy. And by the way, I'm really surprised, sometimes, like when we are in our team meeting, right, we always do something like a Q&A, top performer sharing, then people can ask questions, then they answer. People ask really, really deep and sensitive questions regarding like how he runs his ads, how much is his ads, what is the sample of his ads running. He's all willing to share. I think most people will be like, why are you asking me all this? This is my secret thing. Why am I telling you? But he's always willing to share. I'm like, oh, wow, this is actually very good. Because and I'm really impressed that I'm able to create such culture. And they are willing to maintain that culture. So when you have the environment like this, and people know that this is the thing to go in the future, they will try their best to maintain it for you. And you create trust in that sense. Tell me this, what is a team without trust? So when you are in the environment of sharing, right, actually what you are doing is actually creating trust between all these team members. So yeah, and adding on to one more thing, which is this, I want to add on one point regarding server leader. Earlier on, I mentioned something which is overriding, right? I don't know about you guys, but I have heard story, a lot of people, they really feel that their leader shouldn't take their overriding. Why? Because they feel that the leader is just taking it for granted. They are not giving anything back to the team to help them grow. Because the leader always think that, okay, it's my share. You are my team, then you do sales, I recruit you, that's why I'm able to take overriding. Now you gotta understand this part. Today, your team member is not jealous or whatever because you get overriding. It's because they feel that you get it, but you never take care of them. You see, when we don't talk about right now, let's go back to Stone Age, right? I want to quote a story by Simon Sinek. He actually mentioned this. Back in Stone Age environment, do you think there is leader already? I'm not talking about sales right now. Back then, like a group of people living in a cave. Do you think there's leader? Yes. The person who is able to lead them away from danger and find food, that person will be deemed as a leader. And usually that leader will get a lot more advantage, meaning better food, right? Better treatment. The people that he served will actually give him stuff. Now, why? Why would they be willing to let this leader enjoy all the advantage and become, get better things than them, better meat probably when they hunt? That is because they know whenever they face danger, the leader will step out and also protect them. Now ask yourself this question. You as a leader right now in your team, when your team is facing like problem, are you able to step up and protect them and give them direction and lead them away from the danger that they are facing right now? If you can, then your team member will be more than happy that you get all the overriding because they know you are going to protect them. So today, you're always going to have this thing in mind, like as a server leader, right? Think about a way that you can always help your team. Then you can go very far in this career. How many of you guys learning something so far? If you're learning something so far, comment yes in the comment section, right? Hopefully we created some value. So today this session, we actually did a Chinese session before, same topic, but we really want to do it in English because I feel that this is actually a topic that is quite, a lot of people really want to understand more about this leadership thing. And also, be sure to download the ebook. So how to do that? Just in the comment section, comment SSS. Right now, do it. Right now, comment SSS. And then ask us 3 questions. Ask us 3 questions, then you can get our brand new English version as 𝘄𝗶𝗹𝗶 show book that talks about, I think, content. Was it content marketing?
Yep.
Aaron? Yeah.
Yep.
That talks about how do you create more content, okay, in your for social media. All right. So Aaron, like, anything to add on before we go into Q&A?
Okay, personally, I think that like leadership is a journey. It's not a destination. It's not that you are putting your heart, you're putting your effort just to hit that in order to get a title, and there's an end of it. No, it's actually a journey. Like just now, what the Adrian said, like leadership actually start before you get a title, and just because you start it first, so you get a title. And you have to grow it, okay? Like you don't end there. You actually you need to grow that. And successful leader, they don't grow a lot of follower, but successful leader, they grow a lot of leader. So like how do you ensure that within your team you can grow a leader and everything is so sustainable, okay? Like being from training, from growing the leader, from for future, where there's a team, like how you see your team will be grow, and do you see yourself expanding to other states so that the same system can be also moving to probably other country, I don't know, or other state, right? So what is most important is that today, whatever that you do, it's not doing for 5 people. It's not doing for 10 people. Yes, maybe right now you have 5 to 10 people or 10 to 20 people. It's easy for you to do certain action. But sometimes just think ahead. Like what if your team member grow by 10 times? Will you be doing the same thing? And how do you make sure that the thing that you do will make your team to grow by 10 times? So a lot of people are saying that, why think so far? My team only got 10 members, so of course I do all these things lah. So just because you don't think that far, so your team is very hard to grow until 100 member, 200 member, 500 member. Think about it. When you build the highway, the car will come. If you don't build the highway, you want to wait for the car came, then only build the road and eventually upgrade to highway. It will take a long time, right? So straight away build a highway. You build it first. So you see, you believe, then you only see. Okay, as a leader, we always practice this. Do you believe in your leadership or not? Do you believe that under your leadership, your team will grow massively until 10 times or 20 times or 30 times on what you have right now? So that if you believe it, build it, create it, and eventually your team member will come over. All right? So that's all for the sharing, and I think we are going into Q&A.
Yes, we have a few questions coming already. Come on, like ask a small question. Hello, Mr. Arman. Mr. Arman is here, and he asked us a few questions. Yeah,
Wow.
we can answer a few of them here right now. So we're excited about your question. Always remember, thank you for all your questions. Really appreciate it because your question is our inspiration. All right, so keep it coming. More question, and then ask us question, and we'll send the ebook to you later. Okay, comment SSS, and you will get a link. The link, right? Then you can start filling in, ask us 3 questions, and we'll send you the ebook. Okay, so how do we as leader to become always highly motivated and fired up as both of us? Let me start first. My take would be, it's all about gratitude. Like I'm actually very grateful that right now I'm able to be in my position right now where I have the talent, the skill, and the knowledge to help people grow. I don't know how, but I kind of gather it along the way. And a lot of people, they are very knowledgeable, but they don't know how to communicate to people and to help people, And in a way, they want to help, but it's just that it doesn't. They don't have the communication skill. And somehow I feel that I have that, right? And I'm able to help people change life. And I always love to hear this one. Somebody PM me and say, Adrian, thank you for your video. I really feel inspired, and I try a few strategy and it works, and I close a case. This is the thing that I live for. I always tell people that this my dream one day is that when I'm walking along in the airport, right? I mean, hopefully we can fly one day, right? Somebody that I've never seen in my life before will come up to me and say, "Hi, are you Adrian?" I say, "Yeah. I watched your video and I followed the strategy and it changed my life." I'm looking forward to one day. I really want this to happen because I live for that. So today, if you ask me how can I be not motivated when I want to do this? And I enjoy this all the time. And whenever I see my team member grow, I feel more happy versus than me myself achieving things. You know, throughout my career, I have gotten quite a number of awards. But as the time goes on, right, I feel that it's actually happier to see my team member go up to the stage and receive the award versus me going up themselves. So I feel really grateful that I'm in such position though. So which is why I pour my heart to do the best I can. Yeah. That's my thought.
I think in order to answer this question, right, on top of what Adrian has said, okay, that really motivating. And another thing is like, you know, we actually help to visualize people dream. Okay, like, okay, I may have a dream, everyone have a dream, but how often people still believe in their dream? Like some people say, you know, I have a dream, but right now I don't even dare to say out because like that dream is like seems impossible. But as a leader, what about you tell them this? Why not just share with me what's your dream? And after they share to you, why not we try to achieve it? Okay. And what if one day, okay, this guy really achieve it, which is something that he seems impossible. He feel that it's impossible at first. And then he put the effort, put the action, and you're the leader to him or her. And eventually, after a year or two, he achieved what they call a dream. Okay, being like probably changing a house, upgrade the house to their parents, bring the parents to a holiday, or you know, like changing his car, a dream car. So sometimes we need to really understand. To me, I love to see people life change. I love to see like what are the impact that we can do to change other people's life and they achieve their definition of success, and that really motivated. Okay, so
I think to what Aaron said just now, like just a very quick one. I shared something today in my profile by Gary V, which is to be a great leader, you have to be a great listener, and I think that's more than true in our career, because you really gotta understand what people want, then only you can help them achieve. Like Aaron said, sometimes you don't even need to give them solution, you just need to listen to their dream, right? When you listen to them telling you things, right, and you don't need to give anything, also they will feel good one, because today people just want to be listened to, you know. That's actually one of the job right now. Actually, my job a lot of time when I do one-on-one, right, I don't need to give an answer, I just need to listen to their problem. And I ask a few questions, then they can find answers. Right.
agree.
Okay. As a human being, what do you usually do when I feel down? I would listen to motivational talk. YouTube. That's okay. Although I'm always like pumped and also trying to give energy to people, I need to be charged as well, right? So YouTube is my source of motivation. Yeah. So I'm always listening to someone else who is more energetic. My always go-to guy is of course Gary V, and then another person that I listen to is Eric Thomas, right, and Simon Sinek. All these people are really good, and then they share knowledge for free. By the way, guys, it's free, and I always absorb their energy, charge myself, and then I can move on. Yeah, Aaron, what do you do?
Okay, I think same. I go to Anthony Robbins because I feel that every time he give a different perspective. I think when you're down, right, this is how I learned recently. Like very recently, I learned this thing. Okay, how fast you can change your perspective? Because like when you're down, I'm sure that you are thinking about something else that make you down. Okay, and that is just like a video CD. It's just a player that you keep on rewinding that so-called the pictures that it make you feel down. Okay. And most often, if you change that CD away, you put a comedy inside, you will feel entirely different. So I think that sometimes, what about give you a different perspective? Like, yeah, maybe I lose a deal. Yeah, it's a good reason for me to be down, right? I lose someone that I supposed to recruit or I supposed to close, or probably this deal has been almost converted, the loan approved, and suddenly the buyer say he want to cancel. Like all these things is a good reason for us to be down. But what about you think change different perspective? Yeah, it's okay. Probably this guy have other reason for not buying, but it's okay because I still have 10 other deal that is yet to be converted. So right now, let me work on this 10 other deals. So make sure that I can convert more. So you see, you have to change your perspective in order for you not to feel down. Okay, and that's how what the Adrian did is actually go to Gary and all this thing. Yeah, I think that will actually give you a lot of inspirations. And other than that, what you can do is actually like don't give yourself a lot of negativity. Okay, just give yourself different perspective. And I also recently like to do one thing is I start to do something that I feel progressing. Okay, learn some skill, read an articles, read a book. Okay, all these things that you can do. in order for you to just to feel progress. Progress is good. Okay, I just need to feel that actually learning something new, and that's really made me happy. All right. So I think that's very important. Good question, by the way. I think recently a lot of people asking this.
Yeah, because it's quite easy to feel down lah. In fact, this just last few days, right, I had a chat with one of my team member. He said because he's alone right now, right? I mean, alone as in not meeting anyone else. It's quite easy for him to feel that I'm not doing anything productive, you know, and then I'm useless and things like this. Right? A lot of things like this happens because you don't have anyone else to charge you, so I always surround myself with positivity. Just put all positivity into my brain, right? That's what I do. Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Yep. Hold on, yeah. Let me change.
Okay, by the way, guys, if you have any question you want to ask, you can go to our website, comment SSS to go to our website and ask the question, and we will send you an ebook afterwards. Okay, what do we focus on the most to help our team? Motivational, inspiration, or skill set?
Oh, okay. I have an answer to this. Never mind.
I invite you to go first.
Yeah. Okay, Ken. I love to answer these questions because I always ask myself these questions. All right. Eventually, I think that there's two things that we need to constantly align ourselves. We can give a lot of knowledge, by the way. You can even teach sport. Okay, like a lot of people right now do like yoga, you know, like through Zoom with team. I think which is good. And I think the core two pillar that has to be always aligned with is actually first is like I would say personal development. All right. Personal development means like you always enhance that people that constantly increase their confidence, increase their skill set so that they have more confidence, and you know, like everything about personal development. And then secondly is about business development. These two things I notice some people are very good in personal development. They tend to not too much focus on business development, which is not balanced. And you are too much focused in business development. You give a lot of skill how to close in like Zoom, how to be motivated, you know, like doing sales, you know, like give you all the skill set, like throwing you all the tools, all the method. Like it's all about business development. But you forget sometimes that people purely don't want to work. It's not about the skill. It's something a mind block. It's something that he think that it doesn't work. I don't know, maybe like different thing. So these two have to always go like hand in hand. It always have to stay balanced, like in between personal development and business development. So you see, some people overcharge. Wow, I want to do a lot of things, but I don't have any skill. I don't know how to do Zoom. Okay, I didn't even know which one to click. Okay, and after that Zoom, I want to close you, but I don't know what to talk. You get what I mean or not? Like I feel pumped up. I feel like I want to do. I want to take action, but I don't know what to do. Some people, you give them a lot of tools, give them a lot of example, give them like every single thing, and the next day you ask them, or maybe next 2 days ask them, so how's any progress? I don't know. I just don't feel like doing anything. You know, like that's I wasted my 2 days. Yeah. So yeah, these two have to be always in align.
Yeah, I think that's important. Like first of all, personal development, which is in this case is inspiration. Right, you need to let them know where would they go to, like you know, all the personal development stuff, but don't forget about skill set which is the business development stuff. So for me, right, actually skill set wise, like we mentioned earlier, a lot of time skill set can be solved by system, right? Record all the training, easy. Now Zoom, just record and then upload somewhere and then let your team member go and watch. Skill set can be done by that. So it's more on like, you want to help your team grow further. A lot of times it's like Aaron said, a great leader don't just create a lot of followers. A great leader create more leaders. So if you want to help someone to become more a leader, right, it's entire different skill set. And a lot of time to become a leader is more about mindset than skill set. It's more about EQ than IQ.
Yeah.
Okay. Really is when you become this position, skill is no longer the most important thing. It's about how you communicate with people, and that is really EQ. It's no longer IQ. Okay, do sales you can do IQ, like find customer run ads calling do all this is how smart you are in terms of dealing with people. But when you become a leader, right, you need to learn how to communicate, which I think is a different skill set. So I would say that yes, if you for me, right, I would say skill set. I mean the system can solve the skill set problem, but as a leader, we solve the inspiration problem. Okay. But motivation, I think, is good, but you don't need to motivate them all the time. Because I strongly believe that someone, right, need to be pushed all the time, only will move on. That person won't go far anyways. And most of the time, it's not because they lack motivation. It's because they lack inspiration. They are not inspired to do it. Motivation can wear off quite easily, but inspiration gets you going. Yeah. So inspiration is something that I will focus on more. All right.
So
Thank you for the question.
It's always important to see the big picture. It's always important to align with our actions, towards the place that we want to go, and that's where we can always keep on going. Like, I think this question we got it from our last, English sessions, and I think let's answer this. Yeah.
Okay, how to attract clients to see what I share and get more leads? I have been posting on Facebook, pay boost, and the result is still bad. Okay, first of all, boost, don't use boost lah. Okay, so I'll say that today, when you want to share something on social media, first of all, are you sharing product or are you sharing a solution? I think it's important. Today, if you just post product all the time, right, you are no different compared to anyone else. So ask yourself this question: would you go to see someone else's page and see their product if you don't like the product?
Yeah.
No, you won't. Right. Even if you saw it on your Facebook newsfeed, you scroll away immediately. So why not think about it the other way? Instead of going through product all the time, right? Change the narrative, change the conversation. Like, instead of talking product, talk about problem. What's the problem that your customer might face and your product can solve? If you talk like this, then people will be more interested because they face the problem. They can relate to the problem very easily. But to them, your product is, what's this? Right? So if they can relate, they can pay more attention. So that way, then I think it will be better. So I would say that, of course, don't pay boost, but you use Facebook Ad Manager, which is the more advanced setting. But that part, right? I don't think good marketing can help to solve a product problem. But if your product is the one that has a problem, right? Even good marketing cannot help one. So fix the product first, meaning the ad itself, meaning solve the posting and make it more customer centric and not product centric. Then only you talk about the back end boosting part. By the way, don't use the boost, wrong word, not boosting, the Facebook Ad Manager running ads.
Boost is like for people who don't really spend time in understanding Facebook marketing, and I think it's the quickest way to spend money on Facebook. That where you can get
money.
to get your post being advertised, that you feel that your post is being advertised. So I think that everything came together. Like what Aaron said just now is very important. The keyword here is are you selling the product or are you selling a solutions? That today, if people don't feel the solution that you're providing, they are not interested in the product until they understand that the solution they are providing and more so related to the pain or related to something else that they are looking for, and they only interested in the product. Okay, so I think that it's always important to understand that the thing that you post, whether relate to other people problem or not, okay, relate to other people pain or not, okay, that will create a lot of attentions. Like a lot of people having the idea of, okay, I post whatever that is being briefed to me. Like I can post like 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom in this area, in this pricing, I feel that I write so many things that you could be interested at, but sorry to say that, like probably nobody is interested in all these things. Like, nobody is interested in 4-bedroom until they know why they need a 4-bedroom. Nobody is interested in 3-bedroom at this price until they know that this price means a lot to them. So you have to communicate with their pain by using the information that you have, not communicate the information that you have and waiting for them to realize your ads is here. All right. So I think the direction has to be aligned, and eventually you're selling the solutions. Okay. We are not selling the drill. We are selling the hole in the wall. That is why people are buying the drill. All right. So if you tell people I have a drill from German, this spec, how good it is, nobody want it. But people just say, hey, I want a drill that I need a hole in the wall because I want to hang my clock. Okay, then there you go. All right. So selling the solution, not the product.
Yeah. The solution, yes, exactly.
Okay,
next question.
Is there any? Let me see.
By the way, if you're feeling that you learned something today, do us a favor, screenshot this live video right now, do a very quick screenshot, do it now, okay? And then post it on IG story and tag both of us, right? Tag Aaron and also tag Adrian with our Aaron, you might probably want to show the name, right? Our name,
Okay.
there's our IG handle. You can tag us and then let us know the
Just a
most
sec.
important thing that you learned today, okay? That you learned about from this session today, right? So that we will see it. Tag us, okay? Do it now. Screenshot, do a really quick screenshot and tag me and Aaron on Instagram. Okay?
All right. Last question.
Okay, let's do it. Last question.
All right. I think this is very relevant to today's topic, and it's also somebody that asked us, like, any tips to build trust between agents and leader, right? Yep. I think a lot of trust is actually being broken, okay, and it's like people are trying to fix back, which I think is very hard. However, I think to me, in order to build a trust, right, you don't simply give a promise that you can't deliver. Or, like sometimes we just like, something without you knowing, a small words that you saying out, okay, a simple words that you saying out means a lot to that person. Let's say, example, Adrian, I tell you, okay, I think next week I have time to actually brief you about the new project. You listen it, because to you it's very important. To me, I deliver this speech already, okay? And then after 2 days, 3 days, I totally forget about it. And then next week, I could be like getting busy. So I have nothing, I don't recall about this. And then that week just passed. And then to you have been waiting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How come Aaron didn't call me? Which he promised to give me a brief about this project. And I've been waiting for 1 week. And then after that, when you call back, hey, Aaron, like last week you actually promised me to give me this brief, right? But I think you either forget it or, like that, shit, I forget it. It's very often that we have this, but these are small little things that we may not notice, but this small little thing will start to make the trust being cracked. It may not break straight away, but the crack line is there. Okay? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. One day, people will say, whatever Aaron said, is like, no need to believe. Like, he said want to deliver this to me, and then being discussed, that people say, oh, yeah, that time you also say this to me, but never deliver also. That's trust.
I think that's important, like keeping the promise that you make. Another thing is what, giving without expectation. That create trust, right? It's not just between agent and leader. It's about everyone else, any human relationship. You give without expectation, meaning that today you want to buy something for people, right? Don't expect they send you things back. When you want to share something and teach people something, don't expect that they give you anything back. I'm not saying that it's not good that they give you things back. It's just that you don't have any expectation, right? In that way, you feel better and your team can feel it one. Whenever you do things with expectation, remember, you share with expectation, definitely there's something holding you back from giving your best because you have expectation. But today, if you give your best without expectation, people can feel it. And that's the quickest way for you to build trust.
Yep.
So which is why I myself, I do sharing all the time. And I tell the team member, when they come to me for anything, I'll give them. I mean, of course, not money. I don't believe in giving free money. Because giving free money away, people won't appreciate it. But if you give them knowledge and solution and other things, yes, they will appreciate it. So that I think that's the way that we can build trust very quickly between agent and leader, and even any human being, giving without expectation.
Yeah, I think trust is a journey. It's a journey that you earn over the time. Like, you can't force people to trust you, right? And it's just same like a leader title. Like, even though today I put a title, to a person that I announce to everyone, okay, today he is a leader. And a lot of people was just like, talking that like even he's a leader, but I don't respect him. So I think trust and respect is something that you earn over the time, that you don't do one thing and people trust you. Like, you do a lot of things so that people know that your words carry meaning. Your words carry the trust, that he can trust you, and he know that, like, most important thing is the feeling between a leader and the agent. It's like this agent feels supported by the leader. And that supporter sometimes is just a simple words, okay? The agent will feel charged. The agent will feel like, okay, my leader care about me. My leader is always there for me. And my leader will forever support me. And that's what make the agents like feel safe, and he's actually going all out, like performing at his or her best, her level best, so that he can serve the customer well. So I think the trust is something that over the time you need to always practice. Not to say practice, but you need to know what are the things that I'm here to create the trust that within me and my team member. Like what Adrian said is the best way. Like I don't expect anything. We keep on continue share, and then you care about him or her genuinely, okay? Not just about the commission, but genuinely care. And then eventually this thing will actually develop without you knowing. But I see, if I call Adrian, you close any deal last week or not? No. Wow. Then like you're not helping company to earn any commissions. Like nobody would like to have this type of conversation. Like probably like within Adrian, he was saying that, you know what? I mean, following up like five to 10 deals and the deal just not happen, and you are speaking this like that, it's just like add on some fire on on all these things. So I think that the emotion would actually being burst. So another thing is like you show care, you show things like this, and then you tell, okay, don't worry, you know what? I can give you like a one-on-one consultation, at any time that you feel free or you feel motivated to do so. I'm always here, and let's do it. That's how the small little thing actually build up, just because of all this small little action that you did. All right.
And one thing to remember, write this down in the comment section. Do it now. Help me. Do this. People before profit.
Yeah.
People before profit. I recently just solved a case with my team member. There's a conflict, right? It's just, actually this is a very good example for everyone to consider as well. Clash case is common in this industry. Same client work with two agents, right? So eventually I told my agent we have the winning case because customer chose to book with us. But then we talked to the other side of the agent, and then we know the story already. In the end, we decided to share the commission with that agent because we feel that eventually this is something that you want to go far and long, right? So everybody wins. People before profit. If you can prioritize this and you inject this culture to your team, eventually they will bring the culture back to our team, and they can bring that culture into their team. Think about that. All these things, right, perpetuate to the future one. So people before profit. So if you have this mindset, right, like what Aaron said just now, actually a lot of time you will help people and you will give them the best solution. Listen them out, not just because of the profit, because you are prioritizing the people. People is always the most important resources in your company. Okay. So hopefully our little sharing today can help all of you. By the way, if you haven't claimed your ebook, comment SSS and ask us 3 questions, and we will send you the ebook afterwards. Today's session, today ebook is English version. I think about content creation that can help you in your. By the way, and still there's one more video talking. I'm also giving out one video which is about how to actually leverage on vertical video marketing. I forgot to mention that. Do it now, SSS, and ask us question. You get 2 gifts. The ebook and all our past ebook. We have 6 ebook. This is our 7th ebook already. Okay, and and the video as well. Okay, Aaron, any closing statement?
Okay, I personally think that like everyone wanted to be leaders, and everyone thinking that like how to be a good leaders, but in fact, in adding to whatever that we say just now, I think there's one thing that probably we can do as a conclusion is that as a leader, right, we need to do a lot of seeding. Okay, like what seeding? Seeding is like you have to once you want to plant a tree, you need to put a seed first, right, and then that seed will eventually grow, and eventually it turn out to be a huge tree or something else. So as a leader, right, today we can't just impose something that you want it to be that way, and you're just like, okay, this is my way or highway, right? So sometimes we have to, for instance, like just like Adrian give an example of the conflict case, right? It's actually a seeding process. A seeding that why today we are just looking at profits. For this one time that you may win away the profit, you may win away the commission. But in long term, people are afraid about you because this guy just like barbarian, like just came over here and fight the case and just get the profit away, get the commission away. But today, if we put a seed, let's see how we can build more relationship. Let's see how we can build a better relationship with different party, so that in future when you need help, these are all the people willing to stand out for you in order to help you. So these are small little things that we have to put the seed, and one day the seed when they grow out, you will see that your team, they will not just go because of profit. They will grow because they start to see people around them. They start to grow each other together. They start to level up the whole team together. And that is beyond profit. Because profit is probably you earn that one time. But growing a people that support your team, growing a support team that only support your team is support the entire leadership within the team. And that will actually make your team go far. All right. So as the saying goes, like if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with a team. All right. So with a team, you can actually bring this business go very far. But how today you want to decide to create the environment for your team, to put a lot of good seed within your team so that when you grow together. And in the last thing, it's not to grow a lot of followers. Is to grow a lot of leaders, that this leader eventually will lead all the followers, and eventually the followers will become a new batch of leader. That's where your team growing very far.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's about today's topic. Be the leader you wish you had. Okay. And I think today, okay, just get a thought about it, how you want to design, okay, your team and how far you want your team to go. I think it's a good time for you to think about it, because right now, MCO, you have all the time and you can restructure the team a bit with all the new things that came in, like Zoom meeting and all these things. You can start to do all the system, and that's where you can start to reset the button and actually to design it again. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Erman, for the question and all the notes taken. Thank you very much for the support. Hi, Emerson. Thank you. Thanks, Junain. Okay. And also, I think that there's quite a few other people. Jeanette, thank you guys. Raymond as well. Thank you guys for the support. Hopefully see you guys in the next session.
Yeah, I think very soon. Thanks, Scarlett, like forever supportive, and a lot of people who are support us, like if you have any English question that you want to ask us, right, by all means just ask us, where we will do an English session and probably we will notify you. And or else coming Thursday, we will do a Chinese version of the next topic, and I bet you'll be interested in listening to that topic. See you again this coming Thursday. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye, guys.